Hi, I'm Tom Blackburn, the juror of this really excellent student photography show here at the Crocker. The show is entitled Voices, Speaking with Your Photographic Eye. And as a virtually lifelong photographer myself, I have found that my photographs and the photographs of others really give me some insight into what the photographer is thinking about, what the photographer feels. And I think this show really does that in an impressive way. I've been really impressed with the quality level all the way through from high school to college level. The consistency of the quality is overwhelming. And it's nice to see some of the influences of traditional photographers like Henri Cartier-Bresson and his decisive moment. Some of the influences of people like Ansel Adams, Galen Rowell. So I'd like to share with you a few of the images and tell you a little bit about how they've touched me. As a photographer, I've been inspired by the work of the traditionalists, Ansel Adams, Glenn Fishback, Sacramento photographer, and his son, Kurt Fishback. And I've been inspired by their traditional work in black and white photography. And this image by Dylan Stevens called Kirby, Cove is one of those traditional full tonal range black and white images. The jet black of the sand contrasting with the beautiful whites, clean whites of the clouds looking through the Golden Gate Bridge. I think the photographer really captured that sense of traditional photography with this image. One of the lessons I have very often tried to teach to my students is the importance of carrying a camera with you all the time. Yeah, it can be a burden sometimes to have, but when situations come up like this, it's gone in an instant, and if you're not ready with your camera to take the photograph, it's never to happen again. This photograph, called I See Clearly, is one of those great examples of photographer's preparedness. The juxtaposition of the train with that interesting message, hello, human kindness, as the background for this person helping a blind person exercise or jog or whatever it is they're doing, just captures the essence of what those people are doing. And the photograph is not technically 100 pin sharp, but that's not important in this case. It's about the message, the coexistence of those elements at the same time. This image is, for me, one of the most powerful images of this show. It reminds me a great deal of work that I saw many years ago by Edward Weston. And his photograph captured a body, a human body, dead out in the desert. And it just reminded me that some subjects are difficult, hard to look at, but really can be a learning process. And that's what this image did for me. This particular photograph really exemplifies what I think has been the transition of photography from the analog processes of working in the darkroom with film and chemicals to the digital age. And in this photograph by Nicholas Radke, entitled One of Many, he has emulated a process, the process that artists have used for a long time, and yet put it into the digital form that really works well. The idea of a collage really comes across This is a very flat surface photograph, but the photographer really creates a sense of depth to the individual slices of the photograph that are here. But in addition to the technique, the idea of one of many is really captured well here, with many emotional and physical representations of this one subject, all right here in one single image. I really liked this image a lot and felt it was a good representation of the growth of photography over the time that I've enjoyed working in photography. That's why I gave it first place for this show.